I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match, and there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole.
What a reversal. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
You know, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem...
Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice. What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. And there's the counter, Cole. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these suits. I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic.
This is a big risk. Will it pay off? Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. And injured, I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
I think she's going for it. Yup, she's gonna finish her.
Wow, a cartwheel straight into an elbow drop. That's not a move you see too often around here.
Whoa, this guy might not have enough to kick out.
1, 2. Kicked out just in the nick of time.
Man, you talk about superstars superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You got to go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm going to replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match.
He may get the 3 count right here.
Oh, man, I can't believe that wasn't 3. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now. And there's the reversal.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
This is one heck of a...
Here she goes, Taz. Check this out.
Cartwheel elbow. What a heck of a move. He can get the pin right here.
1, 2, 3. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Cole. This is a great match. This could be 3 right here.
1, 2.
Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting him through a table.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning and losing a match.
I think we're about to get a little gymnastics demonstration here, Cole. Reminiscence of your high school days.
We sure are. Cartwheel elbow. That's a flashy way to finish your opponent off right there. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they look at each other the same way after this one. Man, you just can't put anything
Here's your winner, Jillian.